Not again, Ick thought. He peered out of the golden bubble into a cerulean sea. Overhead, but receding with each heartbeat, was the rippling mirror of the ocean's surface. Below lay the darkness of the ocean depths into which they were sinking rapidly, trapped in the force field bubble that had swept them across uncounted light years. Lee Jared was making frantic bonging sounds. He was terrified of deep water, so this must have been his worst nightmare come true. On Ick's other side, the human, John Bandicut, looked as if he had stopped breathing. He was staring down into the twilight depths, eyes bulging with fear and concentration. He was pointing to something, stuttering incomprehensibly. It is happening again, Ick thought. Rah! John Bandicut turned around to look at all the others. "Do you see it?" he shouted. "Tell me I'm not crazy. Do you see it?" "See what?" Lee Jared cried, lunging drunkenly from one side of the bubble to the other. "There's no bottom. All I see is water. We're all going to drown." But Ick saw now what Bandicut was yelling about. Lights below them, and very dim, but growing slowly. Ick bent down to peer through the bottom of the star-spanner bubble. The lights seemed to be globe-shaped. They looked artificial, like an undersea city. That was what Bandicut was trying to say. They were plummeting toward something, not just sinking to the bottom of an alien sea. Ick didn't know what it was, but he recognized the hand of the Shipworld masters in it. Someone had aimed them in this direction and had known there would be something waiting for them in the depths of this sea. Ick found a slight trace of comfort in that knowledge. Bandicut was trying to calm the terrified Corellian. "Lee Jared, there's something down there. Take a look for yourself." With that, he plunged his head directly through the side of the bubble, extruding himself into the water without disturbing the bubble at all. "Ah, he's right. I see it too," Ick said, finding his voice at last. He drew a deep breath and followed Bandicut's example, sticking his head through the bubble wall. The bubble gave and stretched over his skin. He felt a sense of pressure and cold, but no water actually touched him. He held his breath and peered down. He could see the lights more clearly now. They were definitely drawing closer. Was it really possible that they were bubbles of air? He popped his head back out of the water to take a breath. Bandicut was looking at him in the deepening gloom. "My guess is we want to reach those things. Is there some way we can steer?" A voice from behind Ick said, "Are we certain that we want to?" Ick turned to the newest member of their party, Antares, the Thespy third female, Bandicut's acquaintance. Ick barely knew her, but she had helped them all survive their recent battle with the Boojum back on Shipworld. "I'm not sure we have any choice," he said. "It would certainly seem that this place is our intended destination." The Thespy blinked, her golden eyes wide in the failing light. "So it would seem," she said, stroking the gem-like stones in her throat. "We're being carried off to one side," Bandicut said, peering outside again. "I think we're going to miss those structures. You don't suppose the star spanner forgot to allow for currents, do you?" Ick touched the side of his head, querying his voice stones. "Can you advise on the guidance of this travel unit?" There was a short flurry of feedback sensation before the voice stones answered. "Guidance, negative. Wait for arrival." Bandicut's gaze had gone blank and unfocused. A moment later, it returned to normal. "According to Charlie, my stones say we've been renormalized to this environment. Is that supposed to mean we can breathe water?" "I would not be eager to test such a supposition," Ick said. He caught the eye of Lee Jared, who had stopped panting long enough to stare back at him, the bright blue slits across his eyes wide with fury and panic. "But according to my voice stones, we cannot steer. We must wait for arrival." "Arrival?" Antares muttered. "I thought we'd already arrived." "Yes, well—" Ick rubbed his chest uncertainly. They were sliding farther and farther into the darkness of the depths. The surface was no longer visible, though a blue hue overhead pointed the way back to it. Below, the lights were pulling off to one side. Bandicut was right. They were going to miss them.